Is it possible that the modernization of this offense has just taken its most ambitious leap yet? Can you imagine a two-back system so potent that opposing defenses tremble at the mere thought of lining up against it? Hold on to your helmets, because today we dive headfirst into a seismic shift, one that could redefine the identity of this franchise in 2025 and beyond. Hey there, Bears News Fan Report diehards. Don't even think about scrolling away. Before we go another yard in this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, where every nugget of insider analysis hits you first. Now, let's set the stage. Somewhere in the labyrinth of Halas Hall's war room, a brilliant schematic is taking shape. The rumor mill has been churning for weeks. Whispers that General Manager Ryan Poles is orchestrating a blockbuster backfield addition to complement DeAndre Swift under offensive mastermind Ben Johnson. Could this be the moment that finally unlocks the full potential of Caleb Williams? Could the answer lie in a former first-round phenom whose blend of speed, power, and versatility has defenders shaking in their cleats? We'll get to the name shortly, but first, let's talk context. Last season, the Bears stumbled out of the gate after a promising 4-2 start, unraveling rapidly with a disastrous 10-game losing streak. That collapse forced a coaching facelift, landing Ben Johnson in Chicago with a mandate: resurrect an offense that had become stagnant. Johnson, fresh off engineering Detroit's top-ranked attack in 2024, wasted no time installing a scheme focused on tempo, misdirection, and a dual threat. Ground game. Remember how Jahmyr Gibbs exploded in Detroit's two-back variant? Well, someone in Chicago HQ apparently believes a similar formula could weave magic here. That's where our mystery back enters the fray. Picture a dynamic runner, drafted in the first round because scouts saw an NFL star in the making: elite acceleration, an innate pass-catching knack, and a downhill runner who can plow through would-be tacklers. If you're a Bears fan, you might already sense the name on the tip of your tongue, but let's keep that suspense brewing just a fraction longer. Because before this acquisition becomes official, consider what it means for an offense desperate to evolve. Chicago's rushing attack ranked near the bottom of the league last year. Even with Swift's explosiveness, defenses keyed on that one-dimensional threat and bottled him up. What if adding a complementary piece, a back who forces linebackers to hesitate at the line of scrimmage, alters that imbalance? Could this spark the kind of play-action game that unleashes wideouts like Rome Odunze downfield? Could the threats of inside power runs and outside zone veers become so overwhelming that defenses have no answer? Some insiders even believe this combo would mirror Detroit's 2024 success, where defenders couldn't predict whether to respect Gibbs' breakaway speed or David Montgomery's punishing power. But let's dig deeper into the numbers. In 2024, the prospective back, who we'll officially name in a moment, averaged 4.5 yards per carry, with 7 rushing touchdowns and nearly 600 receiving yards out of the backfield. He ranked in the 90th percentile among all running backs in yards after contact. If the Bears can replicate that level of production, it would instantly vault their offense into upper echelon status. Could this be the missing puzzle piece that transforms Williams into a dual-threat nightmare? Is it conceivable that defenses, forced to account for 2 explosive runners, will generate more one-on-one matchups for new receiver acquisitions? Here's where speculation gets deliciously spicy. What if this addition isn't about the short term? What if it signals a long-term blueprint? A rugged, versatile offense built around ground-and-pound principles, designed to dominate time of possession and keep opposing pass rushers on their heels. Some front-office mavens argue that this franchise won't sniff a playoff berth until it controls the trenches and the clock. If our mystery back truly is as dynamic as the whispers suggest, his mere presence could alter draft board priorities, shifting focus away from offensive line depth, though that remains a pressing need, to skill position talent to exploit those new running lanes. You can almost hear the logic echoing through Halas Hall. Let's give Williams a formidable zone read partner. Let's keep defenses honest so that rookie receivers can blossom without immediate double teams. Let's build. A complementary piece that extends drives, opens up the play action, and jams more red zone opportunities. And when you consider the fact that Ben Johnson's scheme in Detroit ranked 5th in runs per game and 1st in explosive second-level rushes, the potential synergy here is off the charts. So, who is this former first-rounder? Take a deep breath, because the moment of revelation is nigh. The whispers coalesced into reality today. The Chicago Bears have officially agreed to add Travis Etienne Jr. Yes, that Travis Etienne Jr., who exploded onto the scene as a Clemson superstar and continued his ascent with the Jacksonville Jaguars before a midseason trade swept him to a team hungry for fresh legs. His blend of elusiveness, receiving prowess, and breakaway speed is tailor-made for the Johnson offense. We've only scratched the surface, folks. Stay locked in, because when Part 2 drops, we'll examine the ripple effects on Chicago's play-calling dynamics. Break down Etienne's film to project how he and Swift will split carries, and explore how this partnership could reshape the NFC North hierarchy. If you're as electrified as I am right now, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report so you don't miss a single update on this monumental move. All right, Bears faithful, let's peel back the layers of what Travis Etienne Jr. joining forces with DeAndre Swift under Ben Johnson's playbook truly means for our Chicago offense. First, consider the optics. Etienne averaged over 5.0 yards per carry after contact last season and showed an uncanny ability to separate through tight windows as a receiver. Pair that with Swift's home run speed and sudden cut agility, and you've effectively created the league's most dynamic two-back combo. Defense coordinators in the NFC North must already be scrambling spreadsheets, trying to allocate extra linebackers to the box without sacrificing coverage downfield. Could this strategic headache be exactly what Chicago needs to dominate time of possession and control the line of scrimmage? Picture a 1st and 10 scenario against the Green Bay Packers. Williams takes the shotgun snap, fakes a rollout to Swift, and hands off to Etienne busting off tackle for a 12-yard gain. The next play, Williams fakes a deep sideline shot to Rome. O'Duns then tucks the ball and darts into a vacated A-gap for a 7-yard pickup. Before you know it, the scoreboard in Lambeau is flashing 3rd and short, and the entire defense is biting on play action. That's the kind of complementary football we've only dreamt of seeing in Chicago since the prime Walter Payton days. Is it possible that combining Etienne's lethal route running out of the backfield with Swift's downhill thump could force opposing defenses to declare their intentions too early, leaving exploitable mismatches on the perimeter? I'd argue, yes, it's also worth diving into how Ben Johnson intends to allocate carries. Early reports suggest that Swift will receive around 55% of the rushing snaps, with Etienne commanding roughly 45%. However, don't discount packages where both backs line up together. Think jet sweeps with Swift motioning out of the backfield or split back formations that let Etienne run a wheel route against linebackers in man coverage. Could the mere threat of jet motion freeze linebackers for a critical half-second, opening up a seam for Swift to gallop through untouched? And when defenses start cheating toward the line, that's when a quick screen to Etienne could turn into a 20-yard gain, putting defenses on their heels even before they can react. Of course, you have to consider how opposing schemers will adjust. The Minnesota Vikings, notorious for stacking the box against rookie quarterbacks, might decide to load 7 defenders in the box on early downs, daring the Bears to beat them with play action. But here's the rub. If Etienne and Swift can consistently gain 4+ yards per carry, opposing defensive coordinators will be forced to respect the run. Suddenly, Williams isn't staring down a constant blitz. Instead, he's reading a single high safety, peering at a one-on-one matchup on the boundary that he can exploit. Could this open up opportunities for tight ends like Cole Kmet to operate as move threats, turning mismatches into routine 10 to 15-yard gains. Early film suggests that Etienne's resume as a route runner, over 400 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns last season, will be pivotal in keeping linebackers honest. But what about you? Do you think this two-headed monster in the backfield can carry Chicago to the playoffs? Are you worried that one of these backs might see far fewer touches than anticipated? I can't wait to read your takes in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive breakdown, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you're always at the front of the line when we drop our next insider scoop. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Bears.